What's up everybody, my name is TF-Brit and today I'm going to show you how to build this awesome iron farm. Let's go. This iron golem farm is awesome and it can be built with any block, so you could build this extremely early game if you wanted to. Originally designed by Old Guy, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it. Okay guys, let's start off with some of the things you're going to need for this farm. You're going to need a few hoppers to collect the actual iron and string and roses in a chest. You're going to need some job blocks. You're going to need a few signs. You're going to need a lot of water buckets. You're going to need 2 lava buckets. You're going to need a crap ton of beds, and you're going to need a lot of building blocks. I also recommend bringing a sword in case you get babies or nitwits and you need to kill them and replace them with usable villagers. And then also, if you have trouble getting villagers into the pods, then you can also use a slab to help you out with that. So to get started on this farm, you want to find a center point, and then you want to come out 8 blocks in each direction. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then just connect all those to make a giant square. Now you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So come to the corner right here and come up and out like that. You can delete that block and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and connect these up. And you want to do that to all of the corners and then meet them up on the sides. When you're finished, you should have something that looks like this, your original square in the middle, and then on all 4 sides it comes up and out 3 blocks. Now you can come to each corner and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and connect all of those up. And this is what it should look like. Now you have your original square, you have the 3 out, and then it comes 1 wall all the way around with 1 block in the corner of each one. And before you put the water in, you may want to find the center section and knock that out and make yourself a 3x3. So if this is the center block, then that means that those are the 3x3 blocks that we need, and then you can take your sign, put 1 right there. Maybe if I can get out of this. 1 right there. Jeez, what's going on? 1 right there. 1 right there, and then do cover the sides as well. Now it should look like this when you're done, and then you can go to the corner blocks and throw a water source on each one of those, and then once that is done, then you can do the in-between blocks. I like to do the corner blocks first because then I know that this is my stopping point. I can't go any closer because if I put water sources here and there on all of them, then you're just going to have 1 giant water source in the middle, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. If you've done it correctly, it should look like this. If it doesn't look like this, then you've done it incorrectly, and I fear for your soul. The next thing to do is to come right down here and build up 3 blocks like that, and then you can delete those and frame out the 3x3 hole that you have down below. This is so we can place the beds, and you want as many beds or more as villagers as you're going to have inside the trading hall or village, whatever you want to call it, that is going to be producing the iron golems. I am going to have 36 beds, even though I only plan on having about 29 villagers. So just build this all the way around. And then just throw in your beds. This is what you should be left with, and then you can come down below and destroy all of the blocks underneath because you do not need those, and they will prevent your golems from actually reaching the kill hole. And now that you've deleted all of those blocks, you can come out here and reframe the 3x3 with more solid blocks. And once you're finished with that, you can come down here to the middle section of any of the sides and come out by 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should leave you with 2 blocks just below on the lower level. And now that you have this really cool star cross looking thing, connect them up just like you did earlier with the first layer and make it look like a square. And it should look a lot like this when you're finished. Now, instead of coming up and doing 3 like we did down there, we're going to go ahead and make those 2x2 corners like we did at the very end, and do that to each one and then connect them up on the sides. This is what you should be left with, something that almost looks like an iron farm. Now, just like we did below, we're going to start with the corners. Not necessary, but you know, for sake of mind, that's what I'm going to do. And then, just like before, come to the first spot that's lower to the ground and fill in all of the spots with water buckets. Now you should have 2 platforms completely filled with water, and we're more than halfway done. At this point, you can go ahead and put in the collection system, and to do that, all you have to do is come down here and come down at least 2 blocks, and then you can put a sign right there, a sign right there, and a sign right there, and do that on both sides. And then you can encase this with whatever block you want. I'm going to use glass. That way I can watch the golems burn, because it gives me some kind of odd joy to watch that happen. Now that you have something that looks like this, you can actually come into here and throw in a lava bucket in the corner, and I believe it will cover everything except for that corner right there. So what you can do is poke up through here, and boom, just like that. Now the entire thing is completely filled. Bring this down 1 more layer, and then you can install your chest with hoppers. So bring it just like that. Get yourself a double chest, put it in the middle, bring this out like that. You can take that out, and then grab your hoppers and just fill up every visible spot that you can see. And just like that, you have a kill chamber for your iron golems. Now back up top, pretty soon we're going to start having iron golems spawning, so you're going to want to bring this out 2 more blocks and come all the way down and do that all the way around, but leave this open because we're not actually going to have villagers right there. This is what it should look like. You should have 1 side that has only 1 row of blocks, and then the others should have 3 going all the way around. Now come right here, and you want 1 solid wall going all the way up. This is going to be the back wall of where your villagers are. Take this all the way around, and then I like to start right in the corner. Bring that up by 1, and then that up by 2. That means that this right here is going to be 1 chamber. You're going to have a trading a job block right there, and your villager is going to be in there. So what you want to do on this side is go ahead and prep all of those to be turned into pods. Now back here at the villager trading area, go ahead and throw yourself a villager in there. He should lock directly to this job block. If he does not, then there is something horribly wrong with him and he must be murdered. But lucky for him, he did take the job. Now what you can do is push him as far back as you can, and don't trade with him, but throw in some water right there. Do this for every single pod, and then you should pretty much be done. And right there is our first iron golem. I haven't even put all the villagers in yet. I'm only about halfway done. But as you can see, he is burning and the farm is working. Now that you have all of your villagers in place, it should look a lot like this. This is the finished product, and as you can see, we have an iron golem spawning in right now. I just put in the last villager, and I mean, we already have 12 iron. And there's another iron golem coming in right now. A few notes, things that you can do to improve this if you really wanted to. You can stack this. So if you build the exact same thing 80 blocks above this farm, then you can double your rates if you AFK right between the two of them. And another thing to note is if you put another wall of villagers and then another 10 beds. If you have, 40 villagers and 40 beds, you can get 4 iron golems per minute per farm. So, I mean, you can just get insane amounts of iron with these kinds of farms. But that is it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.